What's going on, everybody? It's Kelly. Yay! Stretching time. That was completely unprompted, actually. Yeah. Anyways, so, recently I read a couple things in the news that I'm going to address, and then I have a couple more news things I'd like to talk about. Recently I read in the news that a couple parents let their kid die of a minor infection that could have been cured no problem. And the reason they let the kid die was because they kept saying, God will heal her, God will heal him, God will heal him, God will take care of him. And the kid died from a minor infection that could have been cured no problem. And they got 3.5 years in jail. And as they should have, honestly, they should have gotten a lot more, 5, 10 years, child neglect and abuse. And honestly, some sort of form of murder for that, because they... just unbelievable. People like that make me sick. You know, I'm religious to a point. Basically, the best thing I could ever say is, Christopher Titus told this joke, and probably, I don't know where he heard it from, but this is probably one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things he said is, guys floating in the ocean, and, he's about to drown, and a guy in a rowboat comes by and offers to get him on the boat and take him home so he can see his family. He tells the guy in the rowboat, God will save me, don't worry about it, God will save me. And the guy goes on, and then a yacht comes by and offers to drag him aboard and take him back to the beach so he could be with his family, and he says, God will save me, God will save me. And then a helicopter comes by and offers to take the guy back to the beach and so he could be with his family, and the guy says, God will save me, God will save me, and he drowns and dies, and he gets to heaven and faces God, and he says, God, what's the deal? Why didn't you save me? And God looks at him and says, I sent you a rowboat, I sent you a yacht and a helicopter. It's stuff like that. God only helps those who helps themselves. He's not going to spoon feed you everything. You got to get up and do it yourself. So in case of those people, you should have took your freaking kid to the hospital so that way they could get a shot, and they'd still be alive today, and your dumb ass would not be in jail. People like that piss me off. Just fucking piss me off. Anyways, now that I'm on that rant, I don't really like talking about religion on this channel because it is a very dangerous ground. Anyways, so that was, those parents need to be publicly executed or beaten or caned or something like that. I don't know. Now, on to the first one. The key to Lego's success. The Lego movie is out, and it has made, $143.8 million so far in 2 weeks. It's been in the number one spot for 2 weeks. Now, I actually really want to see this movie. It looks great. It looks hilarious. It looks like it would be a fun time for the kids, fun time for the parents, all that stuff. Cheesy jokes, just all around a blast. I mean, the Lego games are fun to play, and I love playing them. So I saw the previews for this. I'm like, I want to see this. I want to take the kids, and I want to see this. And eventually we might. I don't know when we will, but we would like to. But apparently, in 1999, where is it? I just read it, damn it. Yeah, 1999. The Lego company was, from 1999 to 2002, the Lego company was losing so much money every day because they weren't selling them as much, and they were trying different things that was not working. Until they realized that the games and the internet stuff was actually helping their sales. They realized that it didn't stunt their sales of the blocks themselves. It actually helped them because there was a story to everything that you built. And you could build things that were part of stories that they made up. So that's really cool that they did that. And the cool part about the Lego movie, it's all characters that they've turned into Legos. So you get just a complete shenanigans, basically, in this movie, and have a whole crap load of fun. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the new Fantastic Four cast. I am not sure how I feel about this particular cast, and it's, well, It's going to sound horrible when I say this, but I mean, is Johnny and Sue going to be like adopted or what? Because the actor that's going to play Johnny, Michael B. Jordan, is a black dude, and Johnny and Sue are brother and sister. Now, are they going to be like half brother and sister, you know, or not even that, like stepbrother and sister, or how are they going to do this exactly? Adopted or something like that? I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's like you have a brother-sister dynamic right there that has been around for decades. And now you're going to completely change that? I mean, or what are you going to do with this? This is going to be interesting, to say the least. They're going back to a very, very, very young cast for it. They look all in their early 20s, so we're looking at, like, the beginning of the Fantastic Four type story. It should be interesting. But I'm just kind of interested on how they are going to do this, because that's a brother-sister dynamic that is going to be... Okay, it could be weird because of that difference. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that difference, because no matter how bad this sounds, I'm not trying to be that, you know, that guy. But it's just something that's going to be interesting to see what happens and what they do with it. So I'm going to put all the links to what I'm reading off of and about in my description, so whenever you guys watch this, you guys can enjoy it. And also, this is a really cool one. I'm going to finish this off with like the ESO, the European Southern Observatory in Chile, took some really cool pictures of the stars of Messier 7, M7, a star cluster so bright that it can be seen with the naked eye. It is 800 light years away in the tail of the constellation Scorpius. Let's see. There was a really cool thing about this. The M7 itself was born 2 million years ago, and in one rotation of the Milky Way galaxy, oh, here we go. Although it's tempting to speculate that these dark shreds are the remnants of clouds from which the cluster formed, the Milky Way will have made nearly one full rotation during the life of this cluster, with a lot of reorganization of the stars and dust as a result. So one rotation for the entire life of this cluster, which is really cool. Ultimately, these clusters, the cluster of stars, will supernova and die, which happens to everything. Our sun will eventually supernova and die, which is, well, to be expected. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little commentary, and see you on the next video.